Hey guys, welcome to Calculated Keto. My name is Brian,
And I'm Megan.
and the purpose of our channel is to provide meals, recipes, tips on living a keto lifestyle or a keto diet, with a big focus being the budget aspect of the keto diet. And the reason for that is because, when you start a diet or start a new way of living, it's real easy to go way overboard and start spending tons of money, which if you're like us, we can't afford to do that, but we want to change our life and have a healthier life. And so that's kind of the focus of our channel.
Yeah, so that's one of the big reasons we're called Calculated Keto, not only because we're going to be calculating the macros, but also because we're calculating costs, and that's really important to us. Other keto channels and health channels that we have seen, we've been really inspired by and love, but we've noticed that they also don't always focus on the budget-friendly stuff that is really for like the average person that can really incorporate that into their lifestyle and diet. So that's what we're focusing on.
Yeah, they'll typically touch on it briefly, but ours is really kind of getting into the details and seeing, okay, where do we need to shop to get the best price, or what should we be buying that's a little bit more bang for your buck and nutritious. So yeah, keto has really become a passion for us over the last year. We started almost a year ago, and so we thought it would be great to have a place to share our journey, hopefully help others. We've had a lot of family and friends that have expressed interest in doing the keto diet, and so we thought, hey, let's actually start a channel, share our experience, and see if it can help other people. But to take a step back, just to share a little bit of our story. So both Meg and I have been really active most of our lives. I ran in high school, did like cross country track and sports, and Meg played college soccer and just been very athletic. And so as you can see, I have a slender build, and I had a very hard time growing up actually putting on weight. For being 6 foot, I was normally like 145 pounds, which is not very much, right? But that's kind of where I felt comfortable, is somewhere between 145 to like 160, somewhere around there. But,
way too close to my waist.
Yeah. But after we got married, I put on about 30 to 40 pounds within just a couple of years, and I wasn't doing that much different. I just wasn't really focusing on what I was eating. Most people wouldn't say that I was overweight or anything.
He's always looked great.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't feel good. I was bloated. I had acid reflux. I had high cholesterol. Just did not feel very energetic. Felt slow while working out or playing sports. I just kind of attribute it to me getting older and maybe my metabolism slowing down. I was like, oh, I guess this is the way I'm supposed to be, and bought my fat pants, but I didn't realize that it was the foods I was eating was damaging my body, really, and my body just couldn't take it anymore. And so I would say I was probably the prime example of skinny fat.
Yeah, which is a lot more dangerous than people know.
For sure. I mean, if you don't know what skinny fat is, it's basically where you're building up fat close to your organs. So it may not be showing on the outside, but I knew that something needed to change. And so I started looking into all these different diets. We tried so many different ones. None of them stuck. But I got introduced to intermittent fasting, and I started to try that and really enjoyed it, actually, but didn't see a ton of like weight loss or a ton of results. But it did introduce me to like the keto world, which was awesome. And so after procrastinating for several months, we decided to finally say, okay, let's actually try it, see if it can work for us. See if it can actually stick this time.
Yeah, I was a little more hesitant at first than Brian was, just because I was doing a lot of the cooking at the time, and it seemed really overwhelming with meal planning and changing your dinners and things like that. But we started, and it was going well, but shortly after we started keto, I found out I was pregnant, and So that kind of threw me for a loop a little bit at the beginning. So the first part of pregnancy, just with morning sickness and stuff, I had a harder time being strictly keto. So I was mostly more low carb, but you crave the carbs when you're pregnant. So it was kind of hard for me. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm like pretending I know. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah, so later in pregnancy though, I was feeling a lot better, but I also found out I had gestational diabetes. So I ended up committing really strictly to keto because that's the diet I was supposed to be eating anyway, so I didn't spike my insulin levels during the rest of my pregnancy. So that was really good for me because it helped me to realize that this isn't really that hard. I can do it. And, it's become now a lifestyle for us. So it's not just a diet or a fad thing. It's really, we're happy living this way, which is awesome.
Yeah, I feel like as soon as she found out she had gestational diabetes, that's where it kind of changed. And I think that's a key lesson that we learned, is that we wanted to make sure that we're doing it together. Obviously, you can do it separate, right? If your family's not eating keto and you are, but it just makes it way
really
easier to, if you're in it together. Once she committed, we took off and we started seeing.
Not that I wasn't doing it before.
No,
I just wasn't as
75% of the time.
I wasn't as into it.
Right, exactly. So where are we at now, right? So we've been doing this, like I said, for almost a year. So for me personally, a big reason why I wanted to do this was to lose weight. And so I lost about 30 pounds. I was up to about almost 190 pounds. And I got down to about 160, 165. And now I've just kind of plateaued. And this is a good healthy weight for me. And so maybe I'll put up some of my my results, my partial nudes on there.
Oh my gosh.
So
I will not be doing that.
But honestly though, the biggest thing is that I've seen a lot more energy. I barely have any bloating or like acid reflux. I feel like I've done a lot of healing on my gut, which a lot of my family has major issues with their gut. And so I haven't felt this way, I don't think, ever, so it's been a huge blessing for me to find this. And I'm just excited to continue to do this, really long term.
Yeah. So for me, it's not about the scale at all. That kind of discourages me looking at the scale. So I don't worry about my weight. I just want to feel good, and keto helps me to do that. I'm obviously just we recently had our second baby, so I still have a long ways to go with my keto journey and seeing the results that I'm looking for. But I feel like this is a sustainable way to do it. So I'm really looking forward to continuing living this way and enjoying keto.
Totally. So hopefully, our story you can relate a little bit to. I know some people will, some people won't. But as we go through these videos, we're excited to kind of share a little bit of that. So really, to kick off our channel, we wanted to share the meal plans that we used to really just throughout this journey, and that helped us get to where we are at right now. We've done a lot of research and making sure that we're getting the right nutrients, but also that it's enjoyable and tasty. And so we wanted to focus on a couple of things. The first thing is that we didn't want to do dirty keto, right? Not that it's terrible to do that, right? We're not like anti-dirty keto, but we wanted
But if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right.
Yeah. It's a big change, and you're doing pretty drastic things to your body going into ketosis. And so we wanted to make sure that we're using, good healthy meats and organic dairy and things like that. But then the second thing that we wanted to make sure to do was that we wanted to not blow up our budget, like we talked about, right? We're in no means are we like wealthy, right? We're probably the pretty average Joe Blow as far as financial and budget, and so we wanted to make sure that we did it affordably. You're going to spend probably a little bit more money than you're used to, especially if you're using good high quality ingredients, but it's definitely going to be worth it, especially if you're changing your life, for sure.
Yeah, so it's a 4-week meal plan that we're gonna show you guys. We already filmed the first week, so you'll get to see me in all of my pregnant glory. It's been kind of a crazy journey over the last few months, just because of family life.
And it's taken us a while to like. We're not super good at like this filming and editing stuff, so we're new to YouTube for sure.
Yeah. But we're really excited to show it to you. We hope that you subscribe and like our videos and share them with people that you think might find them enjoyable and get good information from them. So we're really excited. We hope that you're excited to see what we can show you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys. See ya.